Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of the Smart Flip. Oh, let me change my mic here. Here we go. Now it should sound better. All right. For those of you that don't haven't listened to the Smart Flip before, this is a podcast where we talk to people about flipping phones, electronics, and other stuff. And basically just, bring on students, bring on people that are in the industries and stuff like that. And it's very reseller based, and we are happy to do it. I have my co-host Matt with me, and today we have Victor Pena. That's how you say your last name, right? Pena or Pena?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right, cool. I
sir.
got it right.
And you're
Okay.
right. Yeah. Love that. Love that.
For those of you that don't know, my book, Buyback Revolution, is available on Amazon. You can also get it for free on the podcast, and you can listen to it there. You can also get it for free inside of my school community. If you join my school community, make sure you finish it. Otherwise, you will get banned within 5 days if you don't finish the course. But the book is also there for free, and you get a fancy little gift if you finish the whole book in the community as well. So. And then, like I said, I have my co-host Matt Shirley, the Console King, with me today. Um, he is the host of Console Kings, which is another course that he created. But let's get this thing started. What's up, Victor? How you doing, man?
What's going on, guys? I'm really happy to be here.
I
Truly
know
an
you
honor.
were excited to get on the podcast,
Oh
man.
yeah, definitely, man. Listen to this stuff all the time. It's crazy when you ask me. I'm like, wow, I'll be on there. I was actually listening to one today, so
Nice,
yeah, yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Well, glad to hear that it's being listened to a lot by a lot of flippers. That's really cool. So, dude, you have been making some moves in the past month. You posted what was it, an everlasting type of day the other day? Like the
Yeah,
new
man.
bike you picked up?
Yeah, I'm starting to get used to this, Chris. You know,
Matt, he
this.
reached out to me while I was in Dallas, and he's like, dude, I need to like tone things down a little bit. He was like, I'm having like too many conversations and too many leads, and I'm like, oh no, what a shame. Like, what a problem to have, you know?
Life is hard,
And he was
Victor.
just
It's
like, oh,
difficult.
I
Hey,
know.
you know,
Tough out here in these
success.
streets, y'all.
Yeah, man, success is great, but at volume, the new problems start, right? The problems
Uh-huh.
get prettier, they get better. Yeah, I was letting them know. I'm like, wow, I'm handling a lot. I'm like, my head is spinning. I'm like, just trying to
Well,
learn to put the systems in place here.
my usual answer to that is another question. It's like, this is the problem you wanted, right? Like, just
No,
making sure, So
truly
what's going
what you're
on?
looking for.
I mean, we got your everlasting ad up, you got your ads up, and you're getting Facebook ads, you're getting marketplace monitor alerts. I assume you should be getting Google ads by this point.
Yep.
Leads. Yeah.
Yep, yep, just got one right before the call.
There you go.
Yeah, man, and they're coming in for sure. That everlasting ad has absolutely made things shift a lot. Because even just for the older
Yep.
customers are looking at this ad and they're like, I know this guy. I've sold to this guy before. And
Hmm.
now he's out here, he's saying these things, a lot of good things in the comments. So they're feeling motivated all over again to look for something to sell to me. The new people feel motivated. So it's just this whole momentum drive behind each and every one. It's been
That's
pretty
that.
great.
Honestly, I think that's where the industry is going to shift to also.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether you flip gaming consoles, whether you flip mostly phones, whether you flip whatever, right? Is like that everlasting, um, type of advertising is big. Because I think it changes the game on how everything works, right? Like you got your typical I buy ads that everybody uses, right?
Right.
Which is basically my templates, just everybody uses them now. Um, but then you have that where you're combining video with a real person, with comments, and with, actual social proof. It's a game changer. And
Absolutely. For me, one thing I notice, it really builds that bridge between am I about to get scammed or is this a real person? People are completely skipping right over that. And it's like,
yeah.
hey, when can I meet you? Are you available today? I'm like, oh, so you're not gonna try to get on a call with me, see if I'm a real
Yeah.
person, if like. So
Yeah.
that's been a huge change I noticed with that. It's been a great to say the least.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to breach that barrier that's like instant validation or affirmation, so that it just bypasses all the skepticism and makes our job a lot easier.
Oh
Um,
gosh, dude, yeah.
right? I mean, the level of social affirmation that comes with everlasting ads is pretty genius. It's awesome.
Well, I stumbled upon it, So, um,
Hey, there's happy accidents that happen in this
all
industry
the
all
time,
the
right?
It was a
Like,
fantastic accident. This was
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the one running for my school community. It's up to like 370 something comments now, like 500 likes. So the social proof is just like staggering at this
Huge.
point,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Um,
a thing.
and like it's one of those things, like it's funny because like I said, I stumbled on it, right?
Hmm.
I was already doing video ads, but I noticed one of my mentors had like a bunch of comments below her ads. And I was like, people are putting those like themselves, right? Like they're going there, they're commenting out of their own free will. And I was like, how can I like kind of redirect energy to more or less convince people to do that for me? Kind of like we do with Google reviews, right? And I was
Yeah.
Right.
just like, and then it started happening, and then I started noticing the cost per lead. Every time I got a bunch of comments, so the cost per lead would go down. And I was just like, oh, I can interesting. Like this is great. And then I started asking them to share it on top of that. And like that just supercharged it. And I was like, "Oh, interesting." Like it's accidents
Right.
like that happen, right? Uh
Yeah.
and that's why I'm a marketer first, right? Before a phone flipper.
Yeah, man, you're incredibly good at it. I don't think how many times I don't think I know how many times I've messaged you since. I'm like, hey man, this is blowing up. Like, what is going on? And you've sent me a couple screenshots of like what the cost per message is now. Just like, oh my God. Like, you don't know what you don't know, man. That thing was genius. And I never wanted to do a video ad actually, which was
Yeah. Well,
pretty
I
funny.
want you to say that too because
Uh,
I get a lot of people that are like, I don't want to do a video ad. I'm like, do you want like leads or not?
Right.
you want to do well in this or like what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want this to work for you or nah?
Right, right.
Like
But
if you want to do the generic ads that are, slowing down now, we can.
yeah,
It's just
Yeah,
not going to work as well.
that's one of those things I think everybody has to kind of work through is like, can I be successful and make money, but have it all happen on my
Yeah,
terms? And you're
exactly.
like,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
not really. Like there's a few things you're probably gonna have to work through. It's like yeah.
That is a funny part. It's like, yeah, I know all of what you're saying, but can I do this instead? But I want to pay you also. And I'm just like, you're gonna pay me, but not do what I interesting. Like
Right. I
pay
thought you
me,
were doing
pay
this for
me,
my advice.
3,000 plus dollars, but you're not gonna do what I say. Interesting. That's an
Cool.
Yeah.
interesting paradigm there,
Results may vary.
because that does happen, and it's a common thing too. It's like, can I just
Yeah.
get the ad stuff, but not the game console stuff? And I'm like, no, because once you see the game console stuff, now you can't unsee it. You
Yeah,
know?
don't leave money on the table.
Yeah, and if
Man,
you don't know game, I mean, Vic, how was your call with Matt a month ago?
I'm still kind of recovering from that. I'm still trying to understand and wrap my mind around it all. This king just got on the call and was like, all right, man, you got like 10 deals in your area right now, pending like $1,000 in profit altogether. I'm like, what is going on?
That's cool, man.
Yeah, yeah, that was really awesome, especially with the Valve Index. I mean, a lot of the products you were mentioning that day were brand new to me.
Uh-huh.
I was not, as anybody else, I was not in the gaming community at all. So
Uh-huh.
listening to all this and also watching your process on like how to go on eBay, how to find out
Yeah.
what the resale value for this thing is, it's
Mhm.
absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you
Cool.
picking up a bunch of consoles now?
I'm trying. I have a hard time finding time
Mm,
right now. Even with phone reach outs in general, reach outs right now,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't seem to find the time, like because combined with the negotiation call with Aaron.
Yeah.
he gave me quite a few little nuggets in there that made me shift my conversations a lot. So not only has my closing rate changed in the ad conversations, but with resellers that would sometimes pick what to sell to me and what not to sell to me.
Yep.
Hmm.
And those shifts in conversation, they're now like, I'm just gonna give it all to you. So in within handling the reseller volume
Hmm.
and the ads, it's become a real challenge to find time to even like, oh, let me see what other deals are out there.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah. What a
it's
Yeah.
an
good problem, dude.
abundance. Yeah,
Man.
yeah,
Like,
literally.
but just a little background on Vic here, guys. He was already, wait, you were doing like 4 or 5K a month before
I was
joining?
doing four or
Yeah.
five K a month. I had a couple good months that just came with a nice little volume, some luck involved, and got
Hmm.
up to like 8, 9. But it wasn't a consistent thing.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
most consistent was 4 to 5.
Yeah.
So,
What are you
it,
at for the last month?
last month I had my biggest month. I hit over 20,000.
What? In
Yeah,
profit?
in profit.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. I didn't
Yeah.
even know that.
Yeah.
Glad you asked.
Yeah.
Glad you asked, man. Like,
Yeah.
you've been
Last month was
sandbagging
over
on
What the
us,
20.
brother.
hell?
Yeah,
Bro,
it's still.
This is what I'm talking about. Is like people join reseller and then just like poof, I'm just gonna go work and come
Yeah, they're
back and
just
I've like 3x my profit.
yeah,
No,
silently
it was
crushing it.
absolutely insane.
That's cool,
Again,
bro.
just that shift in conversation, that shift in perspective, because in joining Recelerator, I finally saw it as a scalable business that can
Mhm.
get to the vision that I wanted. I just didn't know the steps there.
Right.
Yeah.
But, I came across a really good deal with some laptops. I was never buying laptops before. Talking to Chris,
Oh.
he's like, "You gotta get into laptops." I'm like, "All right, screw it. I'll get into laptops, right?"
Yeah.
So came across a really huge deal on there. But other than that, it was just responding quickly, following up the 3 days, just as we spoke of.
Bro,
And
we haven't even had our first check-in call yet.
yeah, Chris,
I'm
it's
just
it's
like,
been
Wait,
crazy.
so how long has it been, Victor, since you joined up? Like five
it's been
weeks?
like three and a
It's
half
been like
weeks.
it's been like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks most.
So, okay, just to be for
Yeah,
everybody listening, he joined, I think it was actually about 4 weeks ago total because he
Yeah,
waited a
that
week
feels about
before he got
right.
started after he paid and stuff. So,
yeah.
like, his first check-in call is actually next Wednesday, which we will have to reschedule because I'll be in Tennessee. But, um,
Yeah, that's cool.
um, he joined, he like you read Buyback Revolution, right? And then
Love
you
it.
reached out to me and you were like, "Hey, I'm ready to go." And we had been talking off and on for a couple of months at that point. And um okay, so so you were saying the little negotiations with Aaron, like little things like that, and then just
Yeah.
adding more products in because you were already at 4 to 5K consistent.
Yes, definitely.
I remember you telling me that. You were like, how do I break past this? And I think what I said was like increase how many items you buy from one to two.
Yes,
And
that.
like that will double your business.
Absolutely.
And I assume that's what you did.
That's exactly what I went into.
Because
So
that's
like
typically when when you have that much of a surge in profit, when you go from like 5 to 20, like
yeah,
that,
man.
it's no wonder you're so busy now. Now I understand. I didn't know how much you were making.
Oh my God, man. And like I'm telling you, when I saw the number, I was like, no, I got something wrong in here. Like I probably put in that I bought a phone for zero or something like that. I'm looking through my numbers. I'm like, wow, this is legit. I actually did it. So man, it's been incredible this
Now that's
month.
profit, right? I just want to be clear.
So, I use a platform that I still haven't figured out how
Oh,
to
that's right.
incorporate.
Yeah, I
How to
remember you showing me that.
incorporate my. I'm sure there's a way, but I don't know how to incorporate. The UPS labels,
Sure.
the ads and stuff. So the platform itself said 21,500.
Okay,
I'm gonna
gross.
round it off to
Got it.
20.
Like,
You
we
know,
haven't even spent 1,000 in ads,
you
so
yeah, UPS ads, whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
okay.
I'm gonna say 20, minimum 19. That was
Okay.
still that was still an incredible surge for me. So
Okay. So
yeah.
what would you say was the like if there was one thing that you had to pick out between when you joined, like was it little negotiation tweaks with Aaron or like the ads or like what because you were already running
So
ads. Like
yeah, I was running ads. I think So it's a combination of all those things, right? But I
Okay.
feel like there was a really huge shift in a mindset video you have in the Recelerator course, right?
Okay.
I'm a huge believer in mindset. I'm a huge
Yep.
believer in vision. And seeing that video that you have on there gave me a lot of confirmation towards that. I was like, okay, I'm not the only one that sees how important it is for you to have a particular goal, act
Yeah.
towards that goal, see yourself at the end of that goal.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So with making this investment, when you put up that kind of financial investment, you also physically get heavily invested. So I was like,
Yes. That's
this
that.
this
Yeah.
month, I'm coming for all of it. I'm gonna make whatever I need to do work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not
Yeah,
only
bro.
do I want to make the money back for the course, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I put this money up. I'm serious. I want it. So I'm following just from the first few calls between you three, just those little tricks you guys gave me.
Yeah.
Strong mindset, strong focus. One thing you said, Chris, that I really loved is scaling is just doing the basics at scale.
Yeah.
Focused on the basics, just nonstop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If a deal didn't go through, no problem. I did my follow-up, I did my part. They'll
Cool.
reach out to me if they need to. I'm moving on to the next person.
Mhm.
The conversations, what Aaron showed me, without me really saying it to him, I feel like my conversations were too complicated.
Hmm.
I was giving a lot of lingo to the seller, which would be our lingo, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know,
IMEI, ESN.
IMEI, the market value,
Yeah.
it's blacklisted,
Yeah.
whatever you want to say,
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Aaron, when he started showing me that conversation piece, I was like, this is very to the point and very simplistic. And I started turning towards that, and the closing rate sped up by 3 times, which what before would have taken me maybe 4 hours to close 3, 4 phones. Now I was closing them in about an hour.
Heck
And
yeah.
Nice. Man,
I'm
That's
just
awesome.
scheduling people at that point.
Yeah. Using the scheduled meetup model now? Or are you
I
still running
love
it?
it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Oh,
Oh,
that's right. You messaged me
100%.
about that. You
Yeah, I
like
sent
you
you.
had your
I sent
first
this to you.
lineup this past month.
Yeah, that was another huge thing. Like the whole scheduling of people, because before I was running all over the place, and I didn't realize how many deals I was losing in doing that. So in going by other people's schedule, it really messes you up. Because if a person says I'm available now, you got to come now, and you're like, well, I can't now. I'm at work now. I can't go there. That
Yeah.
deal is lost, right? But
hmm
if I set the expectation that I'm gonna be available at this time, and that time, you got to pick one,
hmm
it changes the entire thing. So I think that day that I messaged you had like 7 clients meet me at 3:30 p.m. I was like, my
Seven?
God. Oh my God, dude. And then they
Wow.
were in line too, which was crazy because
Doesn't it feel good though?
I had just read it in your book. So I do meetings in Dunkin' Donuts, and everybody in Dunkin' Donuts is like, what is going on right now? This man just set up shop, and I'm like, I'll be right with you. Yeah, yeah, that's me. I'm Victor. I'll be right with you. Just like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So
Yeah,
So,
but to
that's
all of those customers too, like you look very legit at that point.
oh yeah. Oh
Like
yeah.
so like
Like
for everybody listening, I get a lot of heat on the scheduled meetup model because people say it doesn't work. This is
oh,
proof that it works right here.
it
yeah.
definitely works. From what because I've worked in sales, still do. One big thing it does is it takes away that notion that you need their phone, right? Like, listen, I got things scheduled up today. If you want to sell me your phone, I will put you on schedule.
Right.
Let me know if it doesn't work, whatever. But
Right.
I don't, I'm already booked up. So you just let me know what works for you. And that already kind of bridges that
That's
gap
cool.
there.
That's
And
cool.
they're like, oh my God, this guy's doing this all day. I want to be part of it. They want to be part of the whole transaction. So when they show up, you can see they're kind of tense, looking for who is the person they're gonna sell to. And then they see this line and you can see them kind of like relax. They're just like, oh, yeah, that's the guy I'm meeting with. So
Yeah.
yeah, it builds that confidence in the customer that they're in good hands for what they're doing. So
I think it's fascinating that you can have that sort of if I could say like the that sort of immediate validation again, that reputation that is instantly recognized when they walk through the door, whether it's a Starbucks or a Dunkin' Donuts.
yeah,
And then of course they'll look and see, oh, like this looks reputable, which in any instance then it's almost like you could be paying, different amounts that are maybe inconvenient for some people, if you're messaging them on Facebook or whatever. But when they kind of have that sense of like confidence or safety, like that this is a sure thing,
Definitely.
the price doesn't become as important as it was before. It's almost like the fact that you're real and they have peace of mind that they're actually going to get some money.
Yeah.
Um, not necessarily despite that amount of money because they still care about it to a degree, but that reassurance and peace of mind, I think is something that it's an intangible that people don't talk about a lot of the times that I think definitely helps this business and also helps whenever we're closing multiple deals. It's pretty cool, man, that that happened for you.
Yeah, 100%. That, like you said, that piece and like that peace of mind takes priority over the, oh, I wanted an extra $50 for
Hmm.
my
Sure
phone.
does.
Just
Yeah,
knowing that I'm meeting a real person. I saw the comments, I saw him in the video, and here he is in person,
right.
really made
Well,
things move
it's
along a lot.
confirmation at different levels of it, right? Like
Yeah.
you see the video, you see the everlasting ad, you see, and by the way, I love the way your ad is very personalized. Whenever I
Yeah.
saw it, I was like, this is gonna crush.
It's
Like
good. It's
he's like,
good.
my name is Victor, but you can call me Vic. Like that
Yeah,
was gold because, and it stood out
Right.
to me a lot. It's like,
yeah,
okay, this is gonna work. Um, and it is working and it's working superbly well. But like that mixed with the meetup, right? And then they see you there. It's almost like you're a celebrity too. Like they saw you
yeah,
on an ad and they're like, "Oh, you're the guy." Like,
yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah,
happened whenever I first started doing video ads of myself. Um, like people were like, "Oh, you're the guy in the video." I thought I was going to meet somebody else. Like I was like, "No, I'm the guy." Like
yeah,
and
yeah.
like then
Surprise.
it becomes a whole thing because now like it's
That's
almost like
funny.
seeing somebody on TV, right? Like and then
Oh,
you meet them in real
literally,
life and you're like, oh, that guy was on TV, like but it's just
literally,
a Facebook ad instead. Um,
yeah,
because normally you don't like meet the business owner, right? Let's be real. Like nobody ever
yeah,
really usually meets the business owner. It's usually the employees.
yeah.
But like I think the confirmation at each step and then seeing multiple people be at there at once. It also I also noticed with lineups, people don't argue very much over the price whenever they're waiting in line.
Nah,
Like,
nah, man, there was none of that. They're like, I know you got people waiting, so
yeah,
we're just gonna
exactly.
move this along, and I'll get
Sense
on
Like
of
a
with
little bit of
urgency.
it.
pressure there on them, actually.
Yeah, yeah. It was actually pretty cool because what I ended up doing, even on the schedule, I started separating the money for everybody because I didn't want to just sit there
Yeah, yeah.
counting in front of everyone. So what I ended up doing is on the schedule, if I have, John meeting me at 3 p.m., I'm counting his money, putting
Mhm.
it aside and putting like a sticker on it, and I'd be like blue stack, right? So I'm sitting at the table, and as soon as I inspect your phone, I know which stack to grab, and I'm like, "Here you go, brother. It's all counted. It's all good." So it was just like
You
smooth
wanna know how you
walking.
can take it to the next level?
How?
Get little envelopes from your bank. Whenever you go
For
get the
Oh,
sure.
cash, get the envelopes, write their name on it, and then
Yep.
put three business cards in it. That way, like you're handing them an envelope, and it doesn't
ah,
show how much money they. It also makes them feel safe
that's true too.
because
Yeah,
like you, and this is just something I learned whenever I was doing it. I was like, okay, like I have like 4 or 5 people I got to meet. I don't want to be pulling out all the cash that I have,
Heck no.
exactly.
right?
No.
So,
Yeah,
so I started putting it in envelopes that I got from my bank for free, and I would just write their name on it. That way, I knew which one to grab, and my business cards were already in there. And I was like,
oh,
"Hey, I
that's
went ahead and put all of
perfect.
the cash in here for you, because I knew I was meeting multiple people, and I just wanted you to feel safe. Whenever I handed it over, you can go ahead and count it if you want, but that's the envelope for you."
And
And
the
they were
business
like,
cards in there.
"Yeah, it's dude,
And that's
And
people
oh,
then
love that."
in saying
that's
those words,
awesome.
I wanted you to feel safe. Like
Mhm.
that's
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
just realized that I used to say that myself, so I got to add that to the meetup protocol now. It's
yeah.
those little
That's
bitty
that's
things
a
that I did that I just don't even realize anymore.
that's a really nice touch. And again, those are the basics, like the things you
Hmm.
don't want to miss adding to it. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, just grab them little
rapport.
envelopes from your
Huge.
bank when you get the cash.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
love it too, by the way. The customers,
Absolutely.
especially with their name on it, dude. Oh man, they're
It's
like,
like, damn, you prepped for me. You
hmm
prepped for me to come
they're
here.
never gonna go to anybody else ever again because
Uh,
it's
Yeah.
with absolute certainty they're going to Vic at this point.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
so,
man. It is pretty cool, even with what you said with the celebrity thing. I was in Target the other day, just like shopping for something, and
oh
a guy
yeah,
stopped by me, and he's like, "You're the guy, aren't you? Like, you're the guy that buys phones, right?" I'm
We
like, "Yeah." He's
found
like,
him.
"Man, let
Here
me
he
get you."
is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
Let me get
cool.
your phone number, man. I think I actually got some phones at home,
yeah.
but it's a weird feeling,
It's
honestly.
cool though. Like,
It's great.
it's
It's
like,
great.
hey,
It really is.
you're the. It happened to me it's happened to me twice. It was in like a place like Target. I can't remember. I think it was Starbucks actually, one of
Yeah.
them, and then another one was somewhere else. I can't remember, but it is cool. Because they're like, you're the guy, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you're the guy that buys phones.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
man.
oh yeah, I am.
It was really cool. Like
Dude, I
going
want to sell.
from not being recognized and you only knowing who I am at the point of the meet to like now you can see me
hmm
Mhm.
from afar. Yeah, it was a pretty cool feeling and recognize me in a positive way too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, that
that's
was
so
pretty
cool.
awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that day was quite a huge win. I messaged you straight after because
I
after
remember that.
6 p.m. I was done meeting people and I had a stack of phones in my house. I was like,
Mhm.
wow, it's incredible, man.
That's
It
Yeah.
was
cool.
great.
It's such a good. I remember the first time I ever had a lineup, dude. It it totally changed the way that I viewed the entire business at that point. I was
Literally,
like, this is the way I scale
this
because it
feels right.
requires like three times less time, you know?
Mhm.
Like I don't
Yeah,
have to run it like imagine if seven customers, right? Like that's a good amount of imagine if you would have spent all day running around to them, right?
yeah,
Like
Mhm.
that's a lot of time.
Mhm.
And you had all of them come to you, um, and and it feels good to make like especially with a lineup, it's like $300 to $400 in profit per lineup. Let's be
per
real.
lineup, per lineup.
So, like for me, it was like okay, I can make 250 to $300 per meetup. That's gold.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And then you just do the math backwards, right? It's like, all right, how many leads do I need to do to close? And how many leads do I need to get to close people? And if you just do the math backwards, then
Yeah.
then you can just basically I mean that's what I figured out. I was like if I get 30 leads a day, like by
yeah,
spending, $50 a day in ad spend,
yeah,
then I'm guaranteed three people are going to show up from my Facebook ads. Like, and if three
yeah,
people show up, I'm going to make $300. Like, it was a math equation at that point.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
But
so cool.
it's been awesome. It's been awesome, man.
What else about Recelerator has like stood out to you, bro?
About Recelerator, I mean, those have been pretty much the main things. The conversations have shifted all across the board, even outside of ads.
Yeah.
Like I was mentioning earlier, I think my relationships with the resellers are completely different now, just from talking to them on a more automatic, personalized level. Whereas
Mhm.
before, I was kind of explaining like, hey, listen, I can pay you this much for this phone because of the camera and this
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that and this. Bringing in lingo that they would have to decipher. It's just like, I love the piece. I can give you X for it. That thing, it just, I was surprised by it, man. I was like, this feels very dry, feels too
Yeah.
much to the point. But people just go. This is how much I can give you for it. And they're like, okay, great. How about
Yeah.
these four? I'm like, okay, yeah, I can give you, even without piecing them one by one, I'll just give you the lump sum, give you 800 for those four devices.
Yep.
Perfect. I'll see you at four,
Yeah.
and
You have to
becoming the guy.
almost, well, sorry, you have to
No,
almost
no,
think more like, oh, I have to think in conversationally like a customer who wants cash, not like a reseller who's like, trying to articulate the reasons why I can't pay you as much as you might,
exactly.
you know what I mean? And when you flip that around, you just go, oh, okay, like I'm just going to talk to them in the terms that they want me to speak to them in, as opposed to like how I'm seeing this, like it makes sense. And Yeah, that sounds like it was had a significant change in your negotiation strategy.
Yeah, 100%. Like not bringing in your thoughts out loud and kind of like bringing a filter, like you said, through
Hmm.
the customer's eyes on how they want to hear something,
Right.
which was funny to me because in my sales job, I do that automatically, but never thought about doing that for this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was insane because like, you know that you're making somewhat of a low offer and you know what you're making on the phone as well.
Right.
So you're explaining like, hey, listen, the phone's locked, it's scratched, it's this, it's that, I can give you this much.
Hmm.
It kind of gives the customer this open space for, oh, you can possibly do more, right? Or I should go shopping for more because you kind
Yeah.
of complicated the whole thing. So yeah, simplifying the conversations was a huge thing for me. Resell deck, my God, amazing. Resell deck, man, like
Yeah, tell it for the people who have it but don't use all that
brother,
it can do.
man, who's ever listening to this, you're really missing out. You're really missing out on what's on there. Because one of my biggest downfalls was sometimes I get too many messages where I'll open a message and I have to go figure out the pricing for it.
Yeah.
And while I
Mm-hmm.
go do that, I get another message and leave that person on
Mm.
red, right? So with Resell Deck, I love the follow-up notification. My God, I
Yeah.
love that. I click on every single
Okay,
one.
so I've had people that message me and they're like, "Can you turn this off?" And I'm like, "Why?"
Oh, I
Like,
love it. I absolutely
I
love
put
it.
it
I
there
don't
for that reason.
100%. Like I don't know where the conversation left off.
Yeah.
Did I respond? Did we end up at a price where I was making a huge profit and never came back to actually give you a better pricing?
Yeah, yeah.
Or, because sometimes you kind of want to leave the customer alone to think about it. Sometimes they just kind of
Yeah.
fold and come back and they're like, yeah, I'll sell it to you. So a lot of times I come with that perspective where it's like, I'll give you this price for now, but I'll be back in half an hour to bump it up $20, $30. And I forget to do that. But here comes Resell Deck. Hey,
Like, hey, did you follow up
you
with?
want to follow up with John? I'm like, follow up? I thought that was over. Open it up and it's like, and it's like, yeah, when do you want to meet? I'm like, I don't remember seeing this message at all. And oh,
See,
dude,
that's one thing that like whenever I go through people's messages on the check-in calls, like
Hmm.
it's just so many unanswered leads. And I'm like,
yes,
well, here's your money,
yes,
like it's not the fact that, quote unquote leads are bad, right?
Right.
Like it's
Yeah.
you just haven't talked to all of them. You haven't had a full conversation.
yes,
I talk about that a lot. Is like you need to make sure you're having a full convo. I'm talking like from the very beginning where they message you and you get to the upsell. Like that is a full convo.
that is a full
And
conversation.
if you like even if you didn't buy anything or didn't close them, everything should end with an upsell. That's how everything should end. I was talking about the upsell sandwich yesterday on the marketing call. It was
Mhm.
like, and this is something I got to add to the curriculum. But for everybody who doesn't know, the upsell sandwich is if you're like doing reach outs or something like that, you can also automate this with Facebook ads in a way. But you start off by telling them exactly what you buy from the ad and in the message. It's like, hey, my name is Vic. I buy phones, MacBooks, iPads, smartwatches, cameras, blah, 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 right? You start off by telling them everything you buy. And then as
Mhm.
the conversation goes and you close them, you hit them with another upsell again. And like that's what I call the upsell sandwich. And guys, I can't tell you how much money it will make you. It is ridiculous. We had a guy yesterday, Matt, Dan.
Hmm.
Dan was on the call yesterday, and I asked the question that I always ask on the marketing calls is like, how many devices are you guys buying per customer? What's the normal answer? One, right? Dan was 2.5. He's buying two
Nice.
and a half items per customer.
Nice.
Guys, you want to talk about the easiest way to grow your business?
Yep.
You can have the same amount of customers, but just buy more items per customer.
Yep.
Definitely.
That's the easiest way to scale by far. I mean, Vic, you know this
100%.
now. Like,
100%. I really used to leave it at, what do you have? And that's where we're going. But now, even when you're telling me, like, okay, yeah, I want to sell this phone, I'm like, by any chance, do you have any iPads? Do you have any watches, any consoles? Because I buy those as well. So now the customer's showing up with a laptop, a watch, and an iPad. And I'm like, okay, here's the bundle deal. Here's your
yep.
price, you know? And that was also a huge shift for me for the whole course as well.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
now you buy many items, and like a lot of the times, what happens is those items will make you more in profit than the original item you closed.
Yes.
Like, and it's free. Like you didn't actually pay for that specific lead or that device.
To
You know?
add to that, I took from Matt what he was saying about the console bundle, right?
Yeah.
You may buy it as a bundle, but you don't sell it as a bundle,
Hmm.
right? So if the main item reimburses you for the whole thing, you end up getting right. So I
Yeah.
started looking at deals as that. I'm like, okay, I know you're asking for a bit much on the phone, but that iPad is gonna make me 120, and the watch is
Hmm.
gonna make me another 60. And like, I'm like, yeah, yeah, I'll buy your phone. That's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll buy your
But
phone and sell it for cost. Absolutely.
yeah,
I'm gonna rake it in
absolutely.
on the other
No
items.
problem. And to add to that other point you said about the unread conversations, a big thing, a big mistake that I was making that I didn't know I was making is when that customer messages you with the phone you don't want to buy, right? The iPhone 6, the iPhone
Yeah.
7 crack that doesn't turn on. And I know if I was doing it, I know a lot of people do. It's like, I don't even want to respond to this, right?
Hmm.
I've made a huge habit of being like, hey, unfortunately, I buy an iPhone XR or newer, iPhone 11 or newer. I've noticed that at least four out of those 10 conversations turn into, okay, well, I have an iPhone 14 Pro Max as well, and my daughter has an 11 and a 12. And I'm
Yep.
like, why did we start with that terrible phone and you have all these in the back end, right?
Well, you know why? It's because they're using those phones that they're then telling you about, but they have that iPhone 6 in the drawer, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's what it is they're
Yeah,
like,
that's
"Oh,
true.
well, okay, but you're being nice about it." Like unfortunately this device doesn't have a whole lot for me to I can't offer much on this. And here's actually what I say now for this specifically, and Spencer's taken this and basically run with it. Um is It's like, hey, I'm actually embarrassed to even make an offer on this device just because there's not a lot of value in them anymore. But I
Yeah.
do buy this, and that. And that totally disarms them
Yeah.
from you making like, or you can say like, hey, I totally, I'm embarrassed to even make this offer, but I can only offer like $5 for it. But I buy this, and that. Right.
Oh, yeah.
And it totally disarms them whenever I say that because
Uh-huh.
I'm embarrassed to make the offer. How can they can't be embarrassed at me. They
No,
can't be mad at me.
yeah,
Like
right. You don't want to make that offer. You don't even want to say it. It's kind of
I don't even
crazy.
want to I don't want to make the offer at all.
$5 for the phone you love so much is like,
Yeah. It's like I'm
yeah, yeah,
embarrassed to
yeah.
even make this offer.
Right, right, right. Yeah,
Um
so a lot of those conversations turn into something big. So for me, a big rule is no conversations left without responses. Like you said, just take it all the way to the end. Make sure you do your part. Make sure you offer, if they're not closing at the price you wanted, make sure you offer the highest you
yeah.
can where you want your margin. Do your follow-ups for the next 2 days. If it didn't work, you did everything.
You did
And
everything you could. Yep.
from there, you just move on. That's
Yep.
it,
Mhm.
you know?
Mhm.
That's
So
all it is.
that's been a huge thing for me.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're using the follow-up notifications because I've had a lot of people tell me they're annoying and I left them because I
Yeah.
needed them.
I'm
Like
really glad you left
I
them.
forget about them and I forget about customers, dude. Like when you're
Yeah.
getting a good amount of leads, you forget about people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
100%.
mean, most of
And
us are just trying to do the day, let's be real.
Yeah. Yeah.
we're just trying to make it through.
Right, right, right.
Seriously. Like, I mean, I was looking at Reseller. I think Kevin Price had posted like 14 items he shipped out. And I'm like, that's a hustle. Like once you close those deals, meet with those people, cash people out, ship those items out, that's a full day. And if you do that on rinse and repeat, it can feel like a lot. And Resell Deck is fantastic for being sort of this it takes care of this sort of bandwidth. It's like a little customer hard drive, it keeps those things logged in for you, which is
Well,
great.
I like that you love that, Victor, because I am currently working on a workflow that should be able to read the conversation and see if it needs to be followed up with, and it'll automatically do it for you.
Okay.
So we're working on that. Obviously, it's got to go through the beta process and everything, but hopefully it'll get to the point where it's not only a notification, right, but
Oh,
also like this lead wasn't responded to within 24 hours. Let's, it sends a just a generic message. It's like, hey, just wanted to follow up on this. Like if they left you
Very cool.
on red or something like that, right? Something
Yeah.
simple,
Yeah.
but it re-engages the entire conversation, right? And
100%.
that way, because in the past, what I've done with bots and stuff like that has worked. If it's just a generic message, right? It's like just
Yeah.
following up on this, right?
Yeah.
This came back across my feed. Just wanted to double check again, see if you've gotten any other offers and stuff,
Yeah.
right? So hopefully that's coming down the pipeline. There's a lot of updates coming to Resell Deck within the next couple of months, but um, it's mostly just to enhance the customer experience and allow people to have more full conversations. Because and I think this is a big issue people have, is they simply just don't do the full conversation,
Yes.
like from beginning to end, right? Make the offer and upsell. Like that is the full convo,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Hmm.
And then there's the two follow-ups after that for the 2 days, right? It's like, hey, just wanted to follow up on this, and hey, were you able to sell this device, right? Like those little pieces,
Hmm.
guys, like that's where the money is at.
They do a lot, man. They do a lot. One big mistake that I would, advise to any reseller out there is don't assume that you know how this conversation is gonna end.
Mm,
The guy's already saying no, he's already, angry at you.
Yeah. It's a good point.
Because you've had this particular situation happen 3 times in a day and it ended up in a no, you never really just want to automatically assume that every other conversation is going to be like that.
correct.
Because if you follow all the steps through, a lot of times, like we were just saying, you follow up on the next few days. Hey, did you end up selling this device or not? That guy may have talked to 5 more people just like you
Hmm.
who he didn't like the offer on, they didn't like how they came across. They forgot about you kind of. And
Yeah.
here you come back up top and you're like, hey, did you
Hmm.
sell this device? They're like, oh, you know what, man? Yeah, I'm available at 10 a.m. How about we just get it together? Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, if we're being real, most resellers never take this thing as a business, right?
Yeah.
They view it as a side hustle, which I know is a big shift for you too. When you read Buyback Revolution, that's when you reached out after like the third chapter or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, because like there's a difference, right? If you if you start viewing it as your business, it becomes it's different now, right? It's like, okay, this thing is
100%.
legit at this point. Like,
Yeah.
it's not just this thing I do when I need to make a little extra cash,
Yeah.
Right.
right? Which I think is very funny. Also, it's like you do
Yeah.
this thing to make extra cash when you need it real bad, right? So
Hmm.
if you do this thing and you make extra cash and the money you needed to like recoup or pay something, why don't you just do that all the time? Like
Yeah.
that in my brain, that's how that works, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
like-
That was a huge confirmation for me in the book because I knew that this could potentially be a business. But obviously, and for a lot of people, including myself, we don't know how to scale something, how to get something systemized to a point where you can consistently make that amount of money, right?
yeah.
So I was doing 4 or 5K a month, which could comfortably replace the job that I have, which was the main goal. But I
Hmm.
was like, wow, is this sustainable? Can I stop guessing that every month will be like this? Has it been luck all this time? And as I'm getting through the book, I'm like, this guy speaking my language. Like, this is where I want to end up. This is everything he's saying is exactly what I have in mind. So
Yeah.
there was a huge shift for me there. I was like, okay, I can bring this to a different level. I
Hmm.
can expect that at the very minimum, I can bring this much out of the business monthly, as long as I'm doing the basics consistently over
Yeah.
and over and over again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I think it's so it's interesting, right? Like I have a lot of guys that reach out that are like around the 3 to 5K a month range. And they're always asking me like, how can you help me? Like, and they've been stuck there for a year, right? And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I mean, number one, and it's a simple thing, right? Just like I told you, it's like, look, we're gonna help you go from buying one device per customer to two, right? Like that's the number one, that's the easiest fix. You already have a lead flow, right? And then here's what the on the back end, what we'll do is we'll help you follow up with those customers automatically so that you keep them forever. And
Right.
like I think what a lot of like flippers think is like that's too simple. That can't be it, right? Like
Big
that
big
that
mistake.
simple fix can't be the big, you know, the big door swing, right?
Yeah.
But it is. That's the
It is.
thing. Scaling is just doing the basics at scale.
Yeah, even in
Yeah.
other things that I've learned, like I do some trading, some futures trading as well, and I've been doing that for quite some time.
Matt, don't you do that?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, I actually saw that on what's his
we
name? On
talked.
Feldman's call. Yeah, he was mentioning that he was a future trader. So I do that as well, right? And at the very beginning, I used to think there has to be some sort of trick to this. There's something that somebody is not telling me that they're doing to make money on it. And the further you go along, the further you go along, you find out that there is no trick, that there's just
Yeah.
good behaviors that you do repeat, and they're super simple,
That's
you
fair.
know?
That's really true.
Yeah, so it's the same thing for phones. There, even before I got into this business, I used to think whoever is a phone flipper has the in on the industry where they're buying phones consistently from the secret guy. And
The
it's like,
secret
The,
guy.
the
yeah,
plug,
like
baby.
because in this industry, a lot of people don't love to share the knowledge. A lot of people don't like to give away how they do things.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
So it's all very like, I do this. I don't want to show you because then you'll be competition. So
naturally.
it's you earn the knowledge over time.
Yeah.
But like you said, Chris, that really is the answer. You're already getting one phone. You're making 5K a month. What do you think a second device added to that is going to do? It's just, come on, like, it's simple math on there. So that's a,
And
a simple behavior. It's, I also buy so and so and so. Do you have any of those devices? That alone will change so much, truly.
mm, yeah, I think it's interesting that our propensity as people and maybe the flippers that are reaching out to you, Chris, where your mentality was maybe previously, Victor, is to just naturally overthink everything
Hmm.
and try to complicate it by adding more effort or maybe I need more deals. I think that's how people's death piles happen is they
Need
think,
more
oh,
leads.
like I gotta go get more stuff. That's the answer to this, right? And or thinking that somehow progress feels like I need to consume this many more videos before I take action because I don't have enough knowledge to act on yet. And really it's just, you know, simply putting into application the things we know and then compounding that over time and being patient enough, just like you're saying in the market. It's like it's not super complex. The thing is, the market eats most people's lunch because they're impatient. You know,
Hmm.
it makes money off of human nature. And once you kind of start to figure that out, you go, oh, I see what's up, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. It only
Yeah.
takes a couple of years of you, getting smacked around, and then you're like, oh, so I need to just relax, wait,
Right,
do a little bit less.
for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think it's yeah, it's interesting, right? Like as I grow in business, um, and in the things that I'm doing and in marketing and stuff like that, it's the simplest things that swing the biggest doors usually. And
Yeah.
like it's
Tangents.
so interesting to me. Um, I think it's just because you got all of these guys out there that show these flashy funnels. They show the flashy, well, you need this hashtag and you need, this stuff. And like as you go deeper and deeper and deeper into whatever you're doing, you just figure out
Yeah,
that it's all lies and that
yeah,
it's like if you just focus on the basic things that you learned in the beginning and you just do more of those things,
Uh-huh.
you will win. Like, are there little tiny tweaks that can be added to them? Yes. Little
Hmm.
lines like, hey, I also buy this, and that, right? Like an example of this. So we got a lot of guys that flip test strips now, right?
yeah,
They're always asking me, like, Chris, do I need to set up a completely new business for this? I'm like, just add it to your upsells, bro. Like, just
yeah.
do that. Like, I buy this, and that, and test
And
strips.
this.
And
Yeah.
lo and behold, they started getting them. I was just like, you already have the leads. Like,
Oh my God, dude, I actually have a crazy story for you. So this week, one of the people that responded to the ads, right? I had already bought three, four phones from them.
Hmm.
And they hit me up and they're like, listen, I know this is not in your ads at all, but do you buy cars by any chance? I'm like, what is
Yep.
going on? And they're like, listen, it's like you said in the book, it's like you were saying in the book, we're a huge solution to people that are in
Yes.
need of money. So this guy's in a situation where he needed rent money, can't get the car off fast enough. Turns out to be this incredible deal on a
Oh
vehicle.
yeah.
So I ended up buying a car from a phone ad. Ended up buying a car from a phone ad, huge profit, and I'm just sitting there like, what is this turning into?
Bro,
Like,
that's a story right there, dude.
yeah, 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 yeah. It was truly incredible.
And
And
I was just talking with Nick on Marketplace Monitor about expanding to cars and stuff with the Recelerator method. Um,
yeah,
and it would, I mean, it would work. I know it would work.
it
Yeah.
would
I'm
work.
already very aware that it would work.
It would listen, I've been really hesitant to cars. I never wanted to do it, but because of the customer that it was,
Yeah.
trust him a lot. Obviously, we've done plenty of deals together. And on top of that, he gave me an incredible deal because all he needed was the rent money, and the car is valued at like 3 times that. So
Wow.
I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Once I did that, I'm like, oh my God, I can apply all of this
That's
into
wild.
vehicles if I ever wanted to. It's just the amount of money out there, it's insane. Because even with the month I had last month and not having one single console bought, I keep thinking of the call with Matt, and I'm like, if I even did that, this could have easily been a 30K month if I had the
Yeah.
time to even, you know what I'm saying? Because I
Yeah,
saw, yeah, go ahead.
I think around, Aaron will tell you this. Chris will probably say the same. When you start to hit around 20K, you're going to find the end of yourself and be like, okay, we need to replicate Victor and figure out
Oh,
like how this guy can like double dip and get more done. And so,
yeah,
maybe that's the thing. Maybe you start to get a feel for the consoles, and once you start to feel that fluency, it's like, all right, now I'm going to bring on a homie that I can employ to do this. And, then you're working together and you got a little system, and that sounds great. That'd be really fun.
yeah. Yeah, I definitely felt the pressure this month. I'm like, I gotta replicate myself in some
Uh-huh.
shape or
Yeah,
form.
that's one thing we'll be talking about on your check-in call, bro, is how to do that.
Oh
Because you're
God.
gonna need it very soon, like honestly now.
Honestly, right
Um,
now, yeah,
because like you'll need a VA to help you out. And then you'll also need you'll probably need somebody to start helping you list stuff on eBay. Um, and then kind of go from there. You're making it now to where you can pay those types of people to help you
yeah,
out. So
yeah.
yeah, dude, we'll talk about that on your check-in call, and I'll kind of help you guide through that and go from there.
That'll be awesome. Because the same way I felt about initially starting ads is the same way I feel about hiring people. It
Yeah,
almost feels like a
Sure.
like a hesitation jump. I'm like, damn, can I consistently pay them? Am I
yeah.
really gonna be making this money all the time? But it's so necessary. Like this month, I really felt that pressure. I'm
Yeah.
like, crap, I need some help.
Paying a
Like
payroll is a nerve-wracking thing, bro.
it is. It
Like the
is.
first time,
Yeah.
it's like I remember when I started like paying Matt and Aaron and Nina and all the people on my team. It was like, man, this is a legit thing now. Like
Yeah,
this has to
dude.
happen every single week,
I
So, that becomes a
gotta do
real
this
thing.
again next Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
like it
you,
has to
you know,
happen.
to Chris's credit, he also, I think, was shrewd enough to put people in play that he doesn't have to babysit, that he knows have
Yes.
competency, and are not going to become like a wrench in the gears, but they're going to keep the system like fluid and moving the way it's supposed to. And I think that's the challenge you have to vet. Because I know Chris went
That
through a number of VAs. He talks about, a couple, but Nina's been on, I mean, she's been with us
on
for
point,
like
man.
a minute, so that's cool.
And she's been
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
over a year. I mean,
Hmm.
it comes down to like, I mean, that's a thing too, is like hiring the right people,
Yeah.
right? And that's a skill in and of itself, right? I saw
True.
Matt's skill and I was like, let's get you on the team, because
Yeah.
I can't replace that. Like
Yeah,
I am
no.
very aware like that I can't really replace Matt and Aaron. So I have to pay them quite well to, maintain that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, let's be real. Who else is a negotiation expert in this space? I don't know one.
I
Who
I
else
could
is a
think of.
console king? Like, who knows
Yeah,
consoles better than Matt Shirley?
you got
Nobody. Like,
you got
so
the
it's
unique
like,
people for it. Yeah,
yeah, like, and it's not like I could train somebody to be that caliber either, you know?
right.
So it's, yeah, hiring is an interesting thing. Um, so we'll go over that though. But I mean, and just saying to everybody that's like listening to this too is like the Recelerator team has been crafted like a lot. And we've built and reiterated and built and reiterated again. And I mean, Matt has been my sounding board for the past 3 years on this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, just figuring out how we can give a better client experience and like, like that stuff is hard. It's
Yeah,
very, it's a lot easier to flip phones, guys. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
It's
Like,
easier to build your own business than it is to help somebody else build their
a
business.
lot of people think I'm out here just like the coaching stuff is easy, you know? Like, no,
uh,
it is actually quite hard to, number one thing you gotta do is like break people's limiting beliefs. Why do you guys think I wrote a book? So that I don't have to do that individually.
yeah, yeah. Start breaking those barriers early on before you even start
Yeah, like
to.
before you ever talk
Yeah,
to me, I want these like eliminated. Like,
yeah, yeah. It's
because like
true.
that was one of the main issues we were having was people were coming in and they were just like, "Hey, Victor, you hit me in January of this year."
Yeah,
We're like, "I don't know if this is right for me." And then you
Oh wow.
broke
It's
a lot
been
of
yeah,
beliefs that you
okay.
yeah,
had about your business,
yeah,
and then you reached out and you're like, "Okay, I need this." Like it was
yeah,
that quick.
Yeah.
yeah. Literally, literally.
And
Um,
like that most people are holding themselves back because of the just the mindset that they have, you know, around the business itself. And they're like, oh, this is a side hustle. This is, whatever. And
Yeah.
that's really what's holding them back. And I mean, you were able to unlock that and go from a consistent 4 to 5K a month to 20
yeah,
in
yeah,
like a 30-day period. And that's what a
bro.
mindset shifting belief can do. I know that very well because I go to a lot of masterminds. I mean, I was at one this past weekend. Why was I
Mindset
there?
is so important, man.
Paradigm shifts. I need paradigm. I don't need a tactic, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need the paradigm shift. So what's funny about this is I was at the event, right? And I was going over my banding funnel, my book funnel, all of my stuff, my marketing stuff. And I was like, guys, I'm not like in the DMs with people anymore trying to close them. And like I feel like I'm not doing anything. And one of the mentors there was like, "Congratulations, you got what you always wanted." And I was like, "Oh,
That's crazy.
this
Yeah,
is what I wanted from the very beginning."
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like everybody's filtering themselves now, and it's like, "Oh." And then he's like, "Congratulations, you're just bored." And I was like, "Oh,
I can
okay."
manage that.
But it's
Yeah.
once again paradigm shift, right? And I see this
yeah,
happen with resellers too. Is like they start getting so many leads, and like the day just becomes a monotonous thing, and they get bored, right?
yeah,
And typically that's actually where they go and blow their business up. Like,
yeah,
is because it's not number one, they're not learning anymore. And number two, they're not getting the dopamine hits that they were getting from learning and from the new thing that worked that they learned,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
Like,
That's
because
fair.
let's be real, when you learn a new thing, apply it and it works, that's a
Yeah.
dopamine surge.
A
You're like,
100%. Yeah,
oh, like you with the whole conversation thing, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you saw it worked and you were like, oh, wow. Now,
It's
6 months
insane.
from now, that's just going to be normal,
It's gonna be
right?
super normal because like even my the conversations on Facebook, you know how it saves your replies?
Hmm.
It's just automatic.
I know,
Okay.
right?
Any issues with it? No, this. Okay, I can give you this for it. No, no, no. And it's just,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's absolutely true. The learning aspect of it is so important because it keeps you interested in the entire game and continuing to grow as a whole. I've definitely been through the what feels like you hit your ceiling and you start to destroy everything.
Yeah,
I've I've hit that, but in a different aspect because I used to hammer marketplace.
yeah.
Dude, oh my God, I used to do like 100 reach outs a day. And
That's
whoever said
exhausting.
whoever said yes to that, I was out driving, picking it up, but man,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6 months of that, boy, the crash was insane. And then I was just like, yeah, I can't hold this up, you know?
Typically, the greatest threat to someone's business is themselves, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
my mentor Laurel has this thing. She works with a lot of higher level people in the millions, and one thing she says a lot is she's like most of these guys just blow their business up because they get to where they want to get, then they get bored, and then they start changing things and making massive adjustments all at once, and it annihilates and just explodes their business
Uh-huh.
because and I'm trying to be very careful of that
yeah,
because like that can happen, you know.
yeah,
I love shiny objects. Matt
sure.
knows this. Like I have to be very aware. I don't make decisions on the weekends, like major decisions. I made that a rule, right?
Yeah,
Because I'm not in work mode on the weekends, right? So it I have no right to make a work decision when I'm not in work mode. And just from past experiences, every time I make a major decision over a weekend, it's always wrong.
yeah,
Always.
yeah,
So,
yeah. This is
that,
very true. Very true.
yeah. So that's just something I've noticed with myself. And I notice it with a lot of resellers too, is um, they'll start doing really well and then they'll cannibalize themselves, right? Um, because things got quote unquote too simple, you know.
Yeah.
But that's what you wanted, right? That's why you bought the courses. That's why
You
you
get
bought
so
the things.
used to, because something that I think is not talked about enough, there is a bit of a thrill in the difficulty of things as you're making
Uh-huh.
it happen, right?
Yeah,
Because there's difficulty, you're pushing through, and at the end of the day, you got the result out of it. You made the money and saw this and all that against all odds. But then when you build the systems where it eventually just becomes simplistic,
yeah,
you lose that like hunting type of
yeah.
thrill. And then I've been there myself, man. Just start crashing things down, and you're like subconsciously wanting it to be difficult again. It's kind of
Yes,
funny. It's kind of funny.
it is funny. Um, but I mean, it just falls right in line with how humans are. Is
Yeah,
it's the hunter gatherer, mentality. It's like if
yeah,
I'm not hunting, am I doing anything? You know?
Yeah.
exactly,
So it's
exactly.
like getting past that is a very hard thing to do, I've noticed.
Yes.
Like it's like taking people from strictly reach outs to ads, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Mm-hmm.
let's say like taking them from manually doing reach outs to putting them on Marketplace Monitor, right?
Yeah.
Now it becomes like, oh, this is too easy now. Like, and then they're just like, I don't know if this is working for me. Like, because it becomes too easy.
It becomes
They're not
sweet.
searching, right? Like they don't
Yeah.
have to now.
Yeah.
But secretly, that's what they wanted.
It's
Funny.
a funny double-edged sword there. For me
Yeah.
to leave reach outs alone, it took quite a bit. Like I almost didn't like the ad responses. At first, I was like, man, come on, I didn't even find you. Like, I didn't even have to dig for you or anything. After a while, I'm like, well, it's kind of dumb to continuously want to look for your food instead of letting it show up. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was definitely quite a mind shift for me to just start accepting ads. Where now, how we were saying earlier, I got this new problem where I don't have the time to do reach outs at all. It's just I gotta handle the ads as they come.
Yeah.
Exactly what I wanted.
That's so,
So
I think it's so funny because it's been a lot of people now, um, that'll come back and they're like number one, they're getting too many leads, or they have too many devices in their house because they're getting too many leads, right?
yeah, yeah,
And they're just like, I don't know if I can handle this. And I'm just like, well, this is the problem you wanted. This is what you said you wanted,
Yep.
right?
yeah.
So I think it's like recognizing that, um, like because I think one thing that happens is a lot of people don't believe it'll actually happen, and then it does happen, and then because by solving one problem, you always create another one.
you're never gonna escape that.
Yeah.
That's never gonna go away.
Yeah.
And I've realized it, you know. That's why I started thinking of like as you grow, you pretty much have the same level of problems. They're just prettier, they're better. But you
Yeah.
still have problems. As you said that, I'm looking at the stock
Hmm.
I have next to the computer. I'm like, I need to ship out all this stuff, man. Like I need to get rid of this. But and finding it hard to find time to sit down, log, put everything away, and actually ship. Another problem, right? But problem you want.
It's another system you got to create, dude.
Another
Like
system you
that's
gotta
what it
create.
is. It's like
And then
it's just you got to create another system for it. And
yeah,
Yeah.
and then you once you create the system, you make it a repeatable thing that somebody else can follow. And that's all you do. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Which also, by the way, I want to say that's a huge piece for me in the Recelerator course
mhm.
is learning how to have systems to be able to pass down. Because that was a huge fear for me. Like, how am I going to hire people and learn to train them to do
Oh,
everything that
well,
I do?
just put them through the course.
Put them through the course. So if anybody's listening to this and hesitating on this course, I'm
Like, why
telling
don't you
you,
just let them learn how you learned, you know?
man, like my God, the amount of value in this is insane. So for anybody thinking about getting this course and thinking it's not worth it, I'm here to tell you it is.
Well, guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up there. I think this has been a really good conversation.
Yeah.
Um, so good. My 3 month old over here is his leg is stuck. Um, but yeah, I think this is a good place to wrap this one up. Victor, I really appreciate you coming on, bro. Um, thank you for taking time out of your day. And I didn't realize um how much you had added to what you were doing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool to have my reaction on the podcast here.
Yeah.
Um, but
Yeah.
that's a pretty common thing I see with people in Recellerators. Like they get in and they're like they go like radio silent for a short time, and then they like come back up for air and they're like, oh yeah, I tripled my business. I was like, I would have liked to know that, you know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Me and Matt see this all the time because sometimes I'll reach out and like because I haven't heard from somebody in a while and they're like, oh yeah, I'm doing great. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, do you want to like let us know a little bit? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, as a funny kind of closing thought, Chris, what's equally interesting is like I was onboarding somebody yesterday and I was like, so look at some of these Oculus items that have sold. Like the top three are like people that are either in Console Kings or Recelerator. And I see them pulling sales, saying nothing about their sales. I'm just like, oh well, oh, I know this guy. I know this guy too.
Yeah.
Okay, I know all these dudes. But anyways, like, yeah, you can make money doing this. And they're like, oh, that's what's up. So Vic is really great connecting with you, dude. So
I bet
excited
that
for
is so
what's
cool.
ahead,
Showing
man.
Recelerator students selling stuff while you're looking for comps on eBay.
Yeah.
That is
That's
what a
awesome.
flex. Like,
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
unintentional, but it was like, oh, by the way, I taught these guys how to sell consoles, and it looks like they're doing it. So there you go, proof of
well, it
concept.
also
Good to
makes it
go.
like easier too for the students that are coming in. It's like just go and click the sell one like this, like because it'll
Yeah.
sell at that point.
Sick. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
for sure.
Guys, thank you for having me on. It's truly an
Totally.
honor.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything you've taught me. It's been clearly amazing. Looking forward to talking with you guys more in the
Yeah,
future.
we'll have to bring you on in a couple of months, see where you're at again, bro.
Yeah,
When you
yeah,
got your
sounds
whole
good.
team. So,
Yeah.
That's good.
um, well, guys, this has been another episode of the Smart Flip. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to grab Buyback Revolution if you haven't yet. Once again, it's for free on the podcast. If you want to check it out there, you can also buy it off of Amazon. Make sure to leave me a 5-star review, and I'd love that. With that being said, also look at Console Kings and Recelerator. Links below. Couple of things about Recelerator. There's a new document on it that lays it out a little bit better now. Um, and you do have to book a call. We do have some new financing options as well, if that is something you're interested in. So we were able to partner with Klarna, Afterpay, and PayPal Credit to make things actually about 10 times easier to join if you qualify for it. So we had multiple people join for like super cheap, $144 a month type of stuff through them. So check it out. With that being said, guys, have a great day. Keep crushing it. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.